Hello, welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Yes, welcome, etc. So if you remember last time out, we were working on a Sail Inspector Fastback, which I was enjoying. This time out, we've got a Sakura GT20 to work on, and then many brake jobs to do very quickly. We have to earn that money. We need about, I don't know, 40, 50k to go back to the auction with. So here we go. It strikes me, of course, that I could have less money. It's a horrible colour. I mean, considering I love purple and pink colours, it's sort of a purple-brown. It's like taking purple and making it as brown as possible. Good grief. Right, anyway, what I was saying was that it might be a good idea, instead of waiting until I have 50 grand, to maybe go out to the auction with 20 grand or something, and buy something, do it up and sell it, because there's probably more money in that than there is just jobbing. Yeah. So anyway, what does this car require? Let's click the wrong button. So general engine control, general power, tapping sounds, car filters, poor brakes, damaged thingies. So engine power. So that's it's not good. Chances are we need to go deep. That has to come out. Alright, so let's see. I've taken the fuel filter out. Does any of this other stuff work? No. Hope none of the air comes out the fuel filter hole. That might give us a false reading. Oh, yeah, maybe that's what's happening there. Alright, so we've got pistons with conrods that have problems. So, to be honest, that just tells me to go really deep straight away. So, let's work it out. Wow, I don't think I've taken the engine apart one of these very far. I got these side air filters, look, and the side carbs. What's going on? I mean, they're on mode or something. I'm in assemble mode. Awesome work. I think everyone knows that you need to be in disassemble mode to take stuff apart. All kids know that. It's a very flat, straight engine as well. 1, 2, it's a straight 6, is this? So, that's not what that is. See me know my engines and indeed anything at all. I assume I have to take these off. They don't just attach to the. Just pull them off with the head. Alright, and then we can take off those, can we? And oh. Whoops. Ah, it's the little clips, of course. It's a distributor. This is what we have to do in the old days. Such fun. There we go, that definitely needs replacing. It's chocolatey as heck. Got some chocolate on the timing gear stuff as well. That's a timing cover and a half. It's a work of art. Alright, so, oh, the water pump's under the timing cover, that's exciting. Oh, what was that even called? Timing chain sprocket. Alright, all new parts, very exciting. Alright, so take off these sparkles. Oh, I can take off the thing without taking the sparkles out first. Go on then. Get that out of the way. Let's get these remaining sparkles out. Ooh, camshaft's held in by 1 billion of these little caps. Wow, fiddly engines. Well, I suppose engines are fiddly, to be fair. That's why it costs a lot of money to have them fixed. Unless some bloke from greasy overalls has to spend hours doing this kind of crap. And it's not nearly as easy as it is on here. I can just hold down my mouse button and it all just happens. Woo. Oh, clicking in the wrong places. There we go, one more little cap. And then that's off. Then we take off the. Oh no, let's take out the exhaust manifolds first. Oof. There we go. And then we can take off the block head, whatever. Engine head, the blocks underneath, of course. Bolts. Millions of bolts. There we go. That reveals the head. Now we can't remove those, going to take off the oil pan as per any other vehicle. Excuse me. Ooh. Now, was there any gearbox issues? No. Alright, let's raise it up in the air and have at the oil pan. Interesting. See, look, see how the oil drain is actually underneath the exhaust? I wonder if I have to take the exhaust off first to do this neatly, or whether you can just do it like this. That seems to work alright. You can't move whilst the oil's coming out. I can't look to see where it's going. Alright, there we go. Some more old oil in our oil drain. Exciting times. If you're into old oil, I guess. There we go. Let's get a bit closer. Actually, I might have to take the crankshaft. Oh, I do have to take off that crankshaft bearing cap though, because that's chocolatey. That one looks okay. That one looks okay. There's quite a lot of them. That one looks a bit dodgy as well. Let's take that one out. Alright, but the rest is all pistons and conrods, I think. So, oh, piston with conrod. Oh, edge pop. There we go. Possibly that one as well. So how are we doing? Okay, got one part not discovered. Oh dear. That's a shame. Engine power, tapping sounds, and the brakes. So there's one part left to discover, and there's a tapping sound, and that could be from suspension or anything. Yeah. Ah, the fan, of course. Right. That doesn't sort of tapping sounds out though. Tapping sounds from the engine bay. Was that definitely tapping sounds from engine bay? Yeah, so it's somewhere in here. I assume that things like the brakes would be separate. It wouldn't be included in this. Nothing else to come off the sides. Nothing else looks chocolatey, because it could be like the steering rack and stuff like that's been in the past. But they look okay. All that gear looks okay. The sway bar look okay. It's hard to judge it, to be honest. There's not much else for it to be. Alternator at 79, what's our limit? 77, so that's okay. It could be something else in the engine, I guess. Well, what else there is? Well, maybe it's worth going around taking all the brake stuff off just in case it's any of that. I'm just going to lift it up one more time and have a look underneath. One assumes it's not the crankshaft. Well, that's something I'm not taking out, obviously. It's really hard to judge the crankshaft. It's red. Wow. I don't know why I didn't check that before. So I need to take out the remaining crankshaft bearing caps. I think I left 2 on, didn't I? There's one. And take out the pistons and conrods, and then I can remove the crankshaft, and that should be the final part of that mystery. It's always the way. Whenever you take out some of the pistons, you always end up having to take out the rest. Because you're a fool. you're a fool, but you get fooled. Slightly different. Right, so now I can take out this. No, can't take it out. I've left something attached to. Oh yeah, the fucking gearbox. Excuse my bloody French. There's me thinking I wouldn't have to take the gearbox off for once. Alright, oh, there's no starter motor on it there. Or I've already taken it off by mistake. There's definitely chocolate in here as well, so I need to replace bits of this. Unless it's not quite bad enough, but... Eh? Oh, there's still one more crankshaft bearing cap apparently. Alright, there we go. Now that should be everything. Yeah, crankshaft. Tapping sounds. Yes, clutch pressure plate. Well, I'd never have guessed in the clutch for the tapping sounds. Just the brakes to do. Alright, well let's bring it down. Well, I don't need to bring it down to the brakes, to be honest. Just need to get a crick in my neck looking up. I mean, really, you should have to have it down to do the brakes. You'd never actually do this in real, because you just wouldn't take wheels off at this height. It's just dangerous. I'm not saying you couldn't, just saying that generally speaking you wouldn't. I mean, it's sort of titting about you'd do as a kid. But not as a responsible garage owner. Oh, I keep clicking on the... I keep wondering why that isn't working. It's because I'm touching the pad, not the bloody caliper. Simples. There we go. Yeah, whatever. So that's all the corners. Is that all the braking stuff? Yeah. Okay, so we've got everything there. So apart from the bodywork, we can buy all this stuff now. So, camshaft cap I6. Camshaft cap I6. Carburettor 2-barrel side draft. Okay, crankshaft I6 and 2 bearing caps. Crankshaft I6. 2 bearing caps, a fuel filter. Fuel filter. Ignition distributor and rotor. Ignition distributor. Ignition distributor rotor. That order. Ignition wires I6 and 3 pistons. Ignition wires I6, 3 pistons with card. Radiator fan V8 of. Round air filters, side draft and serpentine belt, blah 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 blah. Round filter, side draft. And then a what now? Round filter, round air filter, serpentine belt A I6. I6. 3 sparkies a starter up. 3 sparkies a starter up. And a timing chain I6. Alright, and then ignition distributor cap all the way back up here. Ignition distributor cap. Assume not an I6 one. Oh, it's an I6 one. Another one of them. I'm sure I don't need another one of them. And 2 round air filter side drafts. Round air filter side drafts. Do I really need 2 more of those? Ugh. Clutch pressure plate. Clutch pressure plate. Oh, is that not included in here if you don't click on gearbox? That's interesting. A starter. I thought I already bought a starter. Yeah, I bought a starter. timing chain sprocket i6, not bought one of those. Timing chain sprocket i6 and a water pump pulley at the bottom. Fuel filter and oil filter i6. I'm sure I bought a fuel filter and oil filter i6. And the round air filters I bought. Brakes, I need 3 calipers. This can be ventilated. 3 calipers. This ventilated. And 3 pads. Alright, there we go. Woo! So, this should be a lot easier putting everything back on. No discoveries to make, hopefully, anyway. If I can press any of the right buttons. I get into this thing now where I think I've clicked on the, in this case, the wheel area, and I start doing the things I need to attach stuff, but I haven't actually. And like, I press 2 to go into assemble mode. Once you're in assemble mode, you can't then click on the wheel area, because that's just the way it works. So you get yourself into little knots where you're doing the wrong things. I'm not explaining that very well, but suffice to say that every now and again I keep doing it wrong, but hopefully you're not noticing too much. There's the occasional bong, which is hard to avoid. Bong, you've done it wrong. Bong, you've made a mistake. It's like the old Windows noise, when it used to make a crashing glass sound. It's like, seriously? Do I need that every time something Windows does wrong? It's not me, obviously, it's Windows. Right. And the millions of little bearing caps. Yeah, the suspension's a bit in the way, I have to say. There we go, and one more. That's all of them. Alright. Sure I've got more of these than I need as well. It's this weird way that it does it where sometimes it lists the same part in multiple spots of the troubleshooting, you know, the job list. And because I've got no memory, I mean, sometimes I notice something I bought, like I noticed the starter motor earlier on, but oh, that's a good one. Click down the drive shaft. Oh yeah, got my head in the drive shaft. There we go. So that's all that crap done. What else do I need to put on whilst it's up in the air? Don't know. Let's not worry about it too much. Lots of engine to put back together though, so pistons. So that's all those. Let's start putting all this engine back together properly. Don't really remember. It doesn't matter that I don't remember, but I'm just thinking what else happened. I had to put some, was it valve rods? That was the last one that I did earlier on. Sparkles. Oh yeah, this one has lots of little camshaft caps, I remember. It's holding the camshafts. So here we go, camshaft caps. Many, many bolts. Oof. There we go. Oh no, one more. Cam gear for the end. Nice little prize for sitting still. Oh. If this is my hard drive connection, I'd just put one at either end and then it would be fine. I guess as this is an engine, I'm doing it properly. No shortcuts here. Do 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 do. Well, there's a shortcut for you, of course, because you could fast forward this or jump to the end, but that's cheating. And you're not a cheater, are you? You are? Oh well, fair enough then. See you later. I'll meet you at the end of the video where I'm successful. In you go. I can't even get this bloody screw in. There we go. I'll put the spark plugs in. So, intake manifold. Oh. Carburetors. Fancy side shaft carburetors. These are pretty cool. They might be a pain to work on, but they look pretty cool. Little air filters on each one. Yeah, I did need to buy an extra one. Typical. Oh, that's just the brakes. That's a very short list. Round something or other. Here it is. $60. Starter motor. I've got the intake manifold, the exhaust manifolds rather. Oh yeah, this side. Many bolts. Alright, oh yeah, there's the timing stuff put on the front still, of course. So, I've got water pump, timing chain, little sprocket, water pump pulley with all its little bolts. Oh, the timing cover goes on next to it, that's interesting. Pulley, and then some belts. Just the one belt? Oh no, that's the same. Ignition distributor, distributing cap. Oh wow, I do not need to clip it on. Oh I do, I was going to say. Crikey. Clip. There we go. So that's all that done. That's all that done. Oh, fan. Let's put that on the front. Just screw it into the radiator. That looks well dodgy. Let's not say anything though. So that seems to be everything apart from the bodywork. Okay, so actually let's have a quick look. What did it say about the bodywork? Front bumper, left door, trunk. Okay, that's easy. Tiny little front bumper. Trunk, what was it? Left door. There we go, front left door. So, this is a Sakura, what is it? Something. Sakura GT20. Okay. So, just put in Sakura here. It's my new tip after losing bits for the racks. Front left door and boot. Trunk. So, front left door, trunk, and tiny little bumper. Alright, that is the entirety of the job. You get $7 grand for that. How exciting. Do you know what? Last time when I had to take an engine apart, I forgot to put the oil pan on. It's becoming a recurring theme. Why can't I, what else do I not put on? That I can't put the engine, oil pan. There's a bit missing in there, isn't there? There's a flipping... Oh. So there's yet another bearing cap that I've missed. Oh, there you go. Another reason to sort that out properly. And of course the other thing we need to do is fill it with oil. Right, so oil. Old trick, fill it till the oil can kicks and give it another second. There we go. And I like to keep doing it even though it always proves to be the point. Let's do it right in the middle. There we go. Polish the top. And it's on its way. There we go. I have no idea how long that took, so I forgot to be running my little clock. but let's say that was long enough. That's a boring job. Decline. Whoops. Loud exhaust. Well, there's a bunch of easy jobs. So next time might be easy jobs time. Thanks for watching. Come back next time. Just going to put my jacket away. I'm off home now. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.